Good morning, class. We have already discussed some paragraphs in lesson 8, that is soil of India. Okay, so now we have one more paragraph to discuss how to make soil fertile. So many of the soil we can make fertile. So you have discussed already 6 types of soils. All types of soils are not fertile. All types of soil is not good for growing crops. That's why we have to make fertile them, then only we can grow any of the crops. Soil can be made fertile by adding cow dung and green manure. Chemicals fertilizer also make the soil fertile, but only for a short time. India is one of the biggest producer of chemical fertilizers in the world. It has many big fertilizers plants at Sindri, Trombe, Nangal, Kamrup, Alwar and Nevili. However, cow dung and green manure are better than chemical fertilizers. So, you have understand, I think, without adding any of the chemical fertilizers or cow dung or green manure, it cannot be fertile all the soils. So we have to mix cow dung and green manure. That is for short period. That is for one type of crops. If I want to grow potatoes, rice, so I have to mix some fertilizers, some manure, some cow dung and green manures. So that is for only one season. That is for only one crops. Again, I have to grow another crops in that particular area. So again, I have to mix the cow dung or green manure or the chemical fertilizers, which is good for that according to crops. Okay. So we have many fertilizers plants: Sindri, Trombe, Nangal, Kamrup, Alwar and Nevili. This cow dung and the green manure is good for, better than the chemical fertilizers. So chemical fertilizer is not very good for the crops if we compare than the cow dung and green manure. Cow dung and green manure is good, for the any type of crops. Now come to the soil erosion. Sometimes natural forces such as wind and water carry away the topsoil fertile. The process of wearing and tearing of the topsoil is called the soil erosion. Soil erosion makes the soil infertile and barren. We must take appropriate measures to stop soil erosion. Yes, first of all, you have to understand what is soil erosion. You just imagine topsoil, or the fertile soil which is carried away from one place to another by natural disasters like flood, wind. So this flood and wind carried that fertile soil from one place to another. That is called the soil erosion. And that particular area make the barren, or infertile. Barren means बंजार, क्योंकि उस जगह का मेरा जो भी फर्टाइल सोइल था वो पानी के साथ बह गया, दूसरा जगह पर चला गया, और विंड के साथ साथ वो मेरा टॉप सोइल एक जगह से दूसरी जगह चला गया. इस प्रोसेस को बोलते हैं सोइल इरोजन. So we have to take appropriate measures to stop this soil erosion. So we have some measures, steps to stop this soil erosion. Number 1, we should not allow anyone to cut down trees. Yes, trees is very important for everyone, because that trees holds up the trees roots, holds the soil, and it cannot allow to carry away carried away from one place to another. Okay, it holds tightly. So that's why do not allow anyone to cut down the trees. Number 2, we should grow more and more trees. The roots of the trees hold the soil particles together. So number 2, we have to grow more and more trees. So that's trees roots holds the soil particles. Okay, it cannot allow to flow with the water or blow with the winds. In hilly areas, terrace farming should be promoted. Terrace do not allow the water run straight down with speed and thereby check the soil erosion. Yes, terrace farming. You can see in the pictures also what type of farming is called the terrace farming. This terrace farming is found only in hilly areas. Okay, so we have to make the plot for that. Okay, that plots do not water allowed to go in speed. Okay, now last one is dams, bonds, reservoirs and embankment should be built across rivers. They check soil erosion by controlling the speed of running water. So we have to make dams, reservoirs, embankments because from that particular area soil do not allow to go in other places with very speed water. So class, this much only for today. Thank you.